guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today joined by xXMasterXx. He's currently in ladder live. This is a really gnarly deck, guys. I want to play this deck at the end of this video too. I'm going to go ahead and do so like in between xMaster playing, and then I will play, and then I'm going to bring you like my live gameplay. Like you guys you seem to really enjoy that format. Not live, but I'll do a commentary about what I was thinking, what I did right, what I did wrong inside the match towards the second half of this video. But we're going to start with live ladder again towards the end of the season here, over 7,250 trophies. And as kind of a conversation topic for you guys today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Executioner. Have you tried the new Executioner? Have you tried the Executioner after his buff and subsequent emergency nerf and subsequent buff and subsequent nerf? I don't even know what happened last season, but the landing spot of Executioner right now has a lot of pro players. You know, there were murmurs of concern, and now it's really gotten to snowball a little bit. I'm starting to see more and more tweets like this one by St. Bellican kind of voicing a concern. Supercell's already came out and said on September 28th, they came out officially and said they will be nerfing the fisherman. So a lot of pros say Executioner right now just really strong. Starting to see more and more Executioner, by the way, in CRL, in Grand Challenges, at the top of ladder in decks such as this one. But after the Fisherman gets nerfed, a lot of players are saying, ooh, I think Executioner will be really strong, because I think the prevalence of Fisherman right now is actually the only thing kind of containing the sheer DPS, the sheer power, the sheer dominance of the new Executioner as players start to adjust to his new, slightly lesser range. So what do you guys feel? How do you feel about the Executioner? Are you happy? Does he seem balanced? Are you with Bellican? Are you concerned with the Executioner after the Fisherman nerf? Seth from Supercell, the balance team, came out already and said there are no plans on nerfing the Executioner, but it's good to know he'll kind of keep his eye on the Executioner win and use rates in kind of his overall power index. Anyway, curious to hear from you guys what you think of that. Here with 30 seconds already left in this match. Look at Executioner right there. I mean, it's crazy. He just puts out so much damage there, stopping that. This is going to be a big counter push here, guys. The damage advantage to the opponent, but the Earthquake comes down. Earthquake is so good against Furnace, against, look at this Hog. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits now on that tower. Make it 4 hits on that tower in 1 push, all thanks to the Earthquake. Meanwhile, Mini P.E.K.K.A gets some damage in the left lane. You can pressure opposite lane with Mini P.E.K.K.A and Hog Rider in this deck. I just can't wait to play it and see how I do with it, guys. Really curious to see if I can have any success with this deck as well. So Earthquake with that huge radius comes down again on that right tower, but it doesn't even matter. Giant Skeletons on the tower, 95 HP. Okay, 1 more Earthquake will get it done. We just have to stop this push. We have the Executioner placed first, acting as a hunter against that Royal Giant, cleaning up that right lane really nicely there. Fisherman gets on the left tower. Who cares? We now have Earthquake back in hand. There it goes. GG. Way to start the video, xMaster. Let's go into the next live match. All right, guys, inside the next live against Carl the Legend. Oof. My man, Carl. It's not a great time to be a Lavaloon player right now with this resurgence of Executioner, because let me tell you, our deck pretty much hard counters all Lavaloon because of Nado, right? I mean, if you have Nado and Hog and Giant Skeleton to pressure, there's not going to be a lot Carl's going to be able to do. Immediately he drops the Tombstone, and we start out with the Earthquake, and we give him the kiss because Carl's like, oh crap. This is not going to be good. When he sees that Earthquake right off the bat, 3-for-3 trade, and now it's just a stalemate here. And xMaster's like, okay, well, I know what you're playing. Carl's like, okay, you have Earthquake. I know you must be playing Hog Rider, right? So we go with the Giant Skeleton in the back here. Carl responds same lane with the Lava Hound. Ooh, this is going to be tough. No Tombstone in cycle here for Carl. Obviously, he has guards or barbarians or, you know, one of those cards, basically. We're going to go opposite lane. Okay, he has barbarians. So here we go. Mini Pekka is going to clean up 2 of those barbarians. Hog Rider does get to the tower, gets a couple hits there. Meanwhile, Giant Skeleton and the Mini Pekka clean up the rest of the barbarians in the left lane. But again, we're just going to be able to lean on this XE Nado every time for defense. Nice job on those goblins, kind of get everything grouped together. We don't even need a tornado here. Just nice defense. Carl does have the damage advantage, though, with about 75 seconds left in this second match. So here it goes. Executioner making his way to the bridge. We actually sneak in that Giant Skeleton just in the nick of time in front of that XE. Fireball comes down. XE is still relatively healthy here. Now, Barbarians are back in hand, but we have an XE on the tower. Oh, my word. Oh my. And a Giant Skeleton. Forget it. Tower down. Oh, my word, man. I don't know why Carl didn't play Barbarians. Did he have... Either way, we take the tower down. Not much Carl could have done there, I guess. And then we just go ahead and we wait till the last second to use that tornado, guys. And we pull everything together. Mini Pekka to kind of keep that Mega Minion occupied. One-shot XE on all those pups. It's almost like the pups never even had a chance. They never even had a life, ladies and gentlemen. They were killed immediately upon coming out of the mom's belly, and Carl gives up. That was morbid for a second there. Those poor pups, they never got to experience life inside the arena. It was just the immediate disintegration vis-a-vis the Executioner's axe. Let's go into the next match, guys. Oof. Sorry, Carl. Sorry, man. All right, guys, inside the next one. Carl, of course, an incredibly good player. He stops by a lot of my live streams. Check me out, guys. I host tournaments Monday through Friday, usually on Caffeine. The link will be in the show notes below. Would love to see you guys there. It's way, more low-key than our normal videos are, where we're really focusing on every little bit of gameplay. It's more just conversational on my streams. Anyway, Yersin, the Hog God, the 2.6 Hog God. I had him on the channel, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago now, and a lot of people are saying that he belongs in the conversation of a Jack and a Lucas Gamer as one of the better Hog players in the entire world. So 2.6 versus whatever we have. this weird, bizarre concoction of Giant Skeleton, Hog Earthquake. So here we go. Giant Skeleton's going to go ahead and do a good job clogging up that lane. Now, we can get these big Giant Skeleton pushes and then combo the Giant Skelly push with the Earthquake, and then we can kind of lean on our Tornado on the defensive end. But Yersin, I mean, if there's anybody who can beat this deck using 2.6, it is Yersin. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to cycle. He knows how to have the proper cards in hand to deal with whatever Master's going to throw at him. So here it comes, going to be an Ice Golem and a Hog Rider. We have Mini Pekka in hand. We also go ahead and use our Tornado. Fireball comes down. He does score 1 hit with that Hog Rider, and Yersin is not afraid, ladies and gentlemen, to be aggressive with his Fireball, with his other cards. Waits till the last second there, plays those Skeletons, especially in single elixir time. One thing you'll learn from watching Yersin play is that he shows you that you need to be aggressive in a lot of matchups as a 2.6 player in single elixir time, which is not something that really anybody is used to unless you're used to playing a lot of 2.6. Normally, you don't want to be super aggressive with your spells. Think of Minor Poison Cycle. You never want to be using your poison with the Minor in single elixir time. But Yersin with the Fireball, man, he goes in hard in single elixir. So anyway, here comes Giant Skeleton, just like we talked about, behind our King Tower here in the right lane. Executioner in back. So Yersin is kind of cycling at this point. He can't do much into this Giant Skeleton. Obviously, everything will die. He does play 1 more Musketeer, trying to get out of the range. We don't have Nado in cycle, so doing a good job kind of cycling to another Musketeer. Then he fireballs again, pushing that, oh, nice zap though, stopping that Hog from getting another hit. But Yersin still has the damage advantage. We go in with a Hog of our own. There's that cannon, even despite the Earthquake. He's going to set up with the Ice Spirit and the Musketeer to prevent all Hog damage from Master. Really nice defense there by Yersin. So now Musketeer stays alive. He has Hog back in hand, I believe. Hog comes down. scoots in front of that Musketeer. Giant Skeleton played. Another Nado played as well, but that's going to be another hog hit. 1302 now remaining on our right tower. Log comes down, pushes that Giant Skeleton away, getting a lot of chip damage is Yersin with that log. We go opposite lane. Here it comes. Earthquake's down. We have Mini P.E.K.K.A. We have Giant Skeleton. Hog comes in for Yersin on offense. Zap comes down as well, trying to buy some time there. We pull that hog away via the tornado, and here it is. The goblins are in hand, but another hog hit for Yersin. And the Musketeer, oh no, locks onto the tower. Fireball comes down. GG's. That's a loss. But hey, when you go up against one of the best 2.6 players in the world, what do you expect? Very well played. Still an entertaining match to watch. Let's watch one more, then I'll play. All right, guys, here we go against Jesus. Ast Jesus. So we go opposite. We start out with a Giant Skeleton there, aggressively played in the back. I would not necessarily advise you guys start out with Giant Skeleton in the back. However, we have it handled pretty well. With the Nado, we managed to prevent any damage from that Royal Giant with just the Nado and the Goblins. Meanwhile, we go in with that Giant Skeleton, we go in the Hog, and hey, it worked out for him. You cannot argue with those results. 25-16 thanks to a few Hog hits, and we still have an even amount of elixir here. Let's see if he just lets us go. It looks like he does indeed just let these minions chip away at that left tower. We still have a decent 600 or so, 600, 700 damage advantage on our towers. I'm going to cycle an Earthquake here. Interesting. So I guess xXmaster is confident that there is no Furnace in this deck. Otherwise, I'm not sure why he would just go ahead and just cycle an Earthquake for no reason whatsoever in single elixir time. But here we go anyway. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to get to the tower. Dude, it's almost like Master knows exactly what cards are always in the hand without even seeing the entire deck. And you can see Jesus is just like, wow, dude, I guess this guy knows what he's doing. Because he does seem to be playing rather aggressively to me, guys. But hey, again, you can't argue with the results. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and give up that left tower at this point. A P.E.K.K.A. is played. Okay, so it is kind of a funky deck. It's the Royal Giant P.E.K.K.A. deck. Actually, he didn't know because he gives the WoW too. But check it out, that Executioner takes the P.E.K.K.A. down to about 75% HP as she slowly lumbers her way to the left bridge. We cycle Goblins in the back. Let's see if it's a Royal Giant pushing the opposite lane. It is. We have a Mini P.E.K.K.A. in Goblins. Nice Mini P.E.K.K.A. Goblins defense there by Master to face that P.E.K.K.A. in the opposite direction and allow those Goblins and the Princess Tower to kind of DPS her down. Again, we can rely on the Executioner, kind of like a Hunter there, play directly on that Royal Giant and really mitigate any damage there. Here comes a P.E.K.K.A. aggressively at the right bridge again. 35 seconds left in this contest. We're going to kite that P.E.K.K.A. with the Goblins. Very, very well played. We go ahead and zap that baby dragon. We're leaking elixir here. We play a Mini P.E.K.K.A. in the back in the right. Now we have Executioner. We do have Fisherman. The opponent has Fisherman in cycle. We don't have Fisherman in our deck. So here it goes. Executioner. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to be pulled. Oh, man. Another unstoppable push. All Jesus can do is laugh at this point. Okay, when I say unstoppable, I meant that there's not going to be enough time for Jesus to do anything here, guys. Well, I got to say, he played very well. I want to try this deck, so I'm going to go play, and then I'll record and come back to you, and we'll see how I do. All right, guys, here I am. This is me playing the deck live, or not live, but I just played it. Again, showing you my matches. I don't edit out like losses. It is, no matter how embarrassing the gameplay may be. We'll see how I did with the deck. So I have the Hog Rider hovered. I don't want to start out with the Hog Rider unless they make a play first. They play a log, so it opens me up to play with the Hog Rider and the Goblins aggressively here at the bridge. He goes ahead and he fireballs. That's fine with me. I know we're pretty close to even on elixir. I might even have a 1 elixir advantage. So I go with the Giant Skeleton in the back. Why do I go with Giant Skeleton in the back? Well, I have Nado and Mini P.E.K.K.A. for opposite lanes, so just in case he's playing Hog, he has Cannon, right? I'm just going to hover that Nado being ready for the Hog Rider. He plays Ice Spirit, and I'm just kind of chilling and waiting, and he doesn't play a Hog. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So here comes the Musketeer. Didn't really know what to do here, so I decided just to go ahead and Earthquake that Musketeer. I knew that it's kind of Earthquaking the tower, because I knew that obviously my Giant Skeleton was going to kill that Musketeer regardless. So, I don't know. I just kind of Earthquake cycled. So now I play Executioner in the back. He goes with a cannon again, kind of a preemptive cannon. So I decide to hit opposite lane here with a Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to go ahead and block that Ice Spirit, and then I'm going to play a Hog Rider in the right. I don't have Earthquake back in hand, unfortunately, and here I should have just zapped those skeletons. But instead, I try to get cute with this Tornado. Kind of a wasted Tornado. I still kill that Musketeer, so I guess that was a good thing that came of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to kill that Musketeer. But you know, definitely should have zapped those skeletons, but he was able to cycle back to another cannon anyway. So here my hand is Goblins, Earthquake. Now, I'm scared of Hog here, because look at my hand. I know he has Log in hand. So I'm like, crap. Okay, so here he goes. I just delay. Wanted to make sure the Log wasn't coming predictively, and I'm okay with taking a Hog hit or two. So he logs way after the fact. Man, if he had the wherewithal, my opponent, to just Hog, well, I wouldn't have placed Goblins, but I was worried there, because if he had hogged, delayed, logged, he could have probably taken my tower there. So anyway, I played Earthquake here predictively. He plays a high cannon. My cannon's just outside range, even though it looks like it's in range of that Earthquake. And then I zap here to get one important Hog Rider hit on that right tower, taking the damage to pretty much even. So I play Here's a mistake I made. Nado. Why'd I Nado that close to there? Actually, it cost me a Hog swing there on my left tower. I should have Nadoed like way closer to the center of the arena. I should have been able to prevent all damage there. So that was I think that was one of my major mistakes in this match. Just be ready with your Tornadoes. So here he goes opposite lane. Again, I'm okay with giving a Hog hit or even two, because he's splitting his damage here. And I know I have the advantage in this matchup in double elixir attack. He plays a second Musketeer right there, guys. He played the second Musketeer. This time I don't predictive Earthquake, and it's good game. He played two Musketeers against my Giant Skeleton. I knew I wouldn't have to defend. I actually get a Mini P.E.K.K.A hit on that right tower. I knew I wouldn't have to defend because the Giant Skeleton Bomb would kill both of the Musketeers, so I could just unload and go all in the right lane. That's exactly what I did, and I was really happy with the results. Now I play that aggressive Giant Skeleton in the right. I'm okay with taking a couple Hog swings in the left. I have such a huge advantage here. I just go ahead and I Earthquake and I zap. That tower is going to be down. So very, very nice experience on my first match there. So let's go into my second match. I ended up playing 2 matches, and yeah, I like the deck. I really, it's fun to play, and as someone who's not normally like a super meta Hog player, I found this deck actually really fun to play. So here we go. Inferno Tower emote comes down. Starting hand, again, I have my Hog kind of ready. I have Nado in hand, which is great for defense if they pressure opposite lane. He goes with a Valkyrie, I think. Yeah, so he plays a Valkyrie in the right, or in his right, my left. So I go with the Goblins, knowing I won't have to contend with the Valkyrie, and then I go with the Hog at the bridge. I'm going to hover my Earthquake, and he plays in Executioner. He also gets the King Tower activation, so nice job on his part, but I know I can activate. I should have activated off of that Valkyrie. I don't know why I didn't there. I do end up activating on the next Valkyrie, but I should have easily just Nado that Valkyrie, and it would have been just doing fine, right? So he zaps my Mini P.E.K.K.A. With his activated King Tower, he actually prevents all damage from my Mini P.E.K.K.A. That was unfortunate, but here we go. I have a small damage deficit, actually a pretty significant damage deficit here from that Earthquake. But there's the damage of the Executioner, just chopping up that Mega Minion. And I play a Giant Skeleton. Knowing his Earthquake is not in cycle, I just play a Giant Skeleton in the back. Plays a P.E.K.K.A. Like, oh, it's that deck. So I know he has Nado, so every time I play my Hog Rider, I'm going to be playing my my Goblins with it. That way he has to respond, right? He does so with the Valkyrie. This time I'm like, okay, this time I'll make the right play, and I'll actually activate off this Valkyrie. So I'm only going to worry about the P.E.K.K.A, the right lane, because I know I can activate King. And activating King against Graveyard, don't need to tell you guys, is very, very valuable. So here it comes. Activating King, and able to stop that P.E.K.K.A with just my Executioner. So feeling pretty good about things now, and I know I can block lane with my Giant Skeleton, meaning that anything he tries to use, even if it's a P.E.K.K.A as a tank for graveyards, I know I can block with Giant Skeleton, like aggressively at the bridge. So here I'm going to leak Elixir intentionally. I wanted to wait till he played the Graveyard. Once I see that he's playing Graveyard, I'll block. And again, I activated King Tower. I don't even have to use a zap. I don't have to do anything against this Graveyard. He doesn't get any damage at all on my tower. And then the Giant Skeleton Bomb is going to kill the Mega Minion, so I can afford to go pretty aggressive in the right lane just to try to put a little bit of pressure on him. I don't get a lot of damage. I still have more damage in the left lane. But here is another Valkyrie. I'm just going to mini P.E.K.K.A. Not even going to play around there. I could have played the mini P.E.K.K.A. a little bit further back. Probably prevented one of those Valkyrie hits. Either way, I play the Giant Skeleton to tank for my Executioner, and then I have a pretty nice push. I see that Executioner on defense and the Mega Minion. I know he's overcommitted, and I go in hot. Again, with the Goblins, with the Hog Rider, I score only one hit. I think I zapped there too, but still one very valuable hit. I know he's going to want to Graveyard here, but he doesn't. I'm waiting. Finally, the last second, mini P.E.K.K.A. comes down. He plays a P.E.K.K.A. So again, like, I know he wants to Graveyard here. I'm not going to rush things. I'm just going to take it easy. I play that, again, that Giant Skeleton. I'm going to go ahead and Earthquake here because just cycling more damage onto that tower. Doing a little bit, buying a little bit more time for my Executioner. Unfortunately, his Executioner latches onto mine first. He goes in with a Mega Minion again. He has a poison in hand. He goes in with a poison against my Goblins there. But again, I do have that activated King Tower. He has no tank for his Graveyard. Not that big of a deal. So here we go. We're going to hit him with the 1-2 punch. It's going to be the Hog Rider and the mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Earthquake to slow, that P.E.K.K.A. And there it is. Good game. I went 2-0 with the deck. I like the deck. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Make sure you drop me a line. Let me know what you think about the Executioner right now. Are you with Belican? Are you worried, or are you cool with it? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to xXMaster. Check out his Twitter information, his player stats and profile. Thanks to StatsRoyale.com, a channel sponsor here in the show notes below. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.